How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new story. Today we got a story time of a Skibidi toilet kid who blows up his school, dude. Yeah, we got quite an interesting one today. So leave a like on the video to claim your free nothing. Subscribe if you're new and like stories. And with that being said, let's just jump right into it. So anyways, we're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Brian. So there was an infection that went around last summer, and it's not like, I don't know, it's not the common cold, it's not the C word thing that YouTube gets mad at, or at least they used to. It was a new type of infection that people really didn't see coming, and it took, the population by storm. Unfortunately, it had its most profound effects on the youth, ages around 6 to 14, and this is, of course, known as the Skibidi toilet virus. Basically, these kids would go on YouTube, they'd find these Skibidi toilet videos, and then they would just watch them for 25 hours every single day. And when they would return back to school, they would be unable to communicate with mere mortals, only being able to communicate in Skibidi toilet songs. Yes, the virus was near fatal. The only survivors are those subscribed to this channel. It grants you immunity to the Skibidi toilet disease, so go ahead and do that, just for your own safety, right? But anyways, we're calling this subscriber who submitted this story of this specific Skibidi toilet kid, Brian. So yeah, this all started a couple months after summer, so I don't know, like October or something. And there's this kid who we're going to call Ben, because of course we are. Anyways, right, so Ben was unfortunately one of those infected with the Skibidi toilet disease, the Skibidi toilet virus, and he got a pretty bad case. So just to paint the picture here, on the first day of back to school, basically Ben came into class and immediately was like, Skibidi bop 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 bop, yes, yes. Like immediately went into it, did the whole theme song, whatever. And when other people, including Brian, tried to communicate with him, they honestly had no chance because he would just be like, Skibidi, like he would just scream at them. And, yeah, after 5 seconds of being in class, he started, like, riling in pain. So, obviously, the teacher, thinking that he had, was having, like, an aneurysm or something, was like, oh, my God, like, Ben, are you okay? And Ben was like, need Skibidi. And then he, like, reaches into his backpack and pulls out his iPad. And then all of a sudden, you hear screws and, like, Skibidi bop. Yeah, you hear that freaking song, dude. It actually gives me, it really just reduces my brain cells, a logarithmic decay on this one. It's just every single time I sing that song. So just realize whenever I even mumble the song, I'm really sacrificing so much for the quality of this story for you guys. So make sure you have left a like on this video. I mean, you kind of have to at this point, unless you're truly a cruel and heartless individual. Anyways, though, so this kid, Ben, yeah, okay, he socialized a little bit better, and by that I mean by 2 months in, he wasn't only talking in Skibidi bops, like he was like hello, and then he would just go on his iPad and put on his like AirPods or whatever, and then just watch Skibidi toilet in class. Like it was really bad. He caught like a really bad case of this disease, man. Anyway, so yeah, 2 months later, this all happened a random day in October. So Brian was just kind of just chilling in class, and the Skibidi toilet kid right away immediately asked to go to the bathroom. So Brian didn't really think much of it because the Skibidi toilet kid would either choose to watch his Skibidi toilet videos in class, or the Skibidi toilet kid would choose to watch his Skibidi toilet videos in the bathroom and literally like bring his backpack out of the bathroom. Yeah, I think the teacher was kind of aware that something was up because, dude, what are you doing bringing your backpack to the bathroom? Like, if you're in high school, the teacher's going to assume that you're, like, I don't know, vaping or something. Oh, yeah, by the way, if I sound a little muzzly or whatever, it's because I caught whatever's going around, man. I'm definitely sick right now. It's really unfortunate because it is finals right now. Of course, the only time that I get sick this year, because I have a pretty good immune system, is when I have finals. Anyways. So yeah, this all felt like a normal day at first. Because the kid, as usual, the Skibidi toilet kid, was just going to the bathroom. Sure, he was bringing his backpack, but this is honestly nothing out of the new. And so the subscriber kind of didn't even think anything of it. And when the Skibidi toilet kid would go to the bathroom, right, and he would not come back to class. He would literally just leave and watch Skibidi toilet the entire time. So anyways, Brian's kind of sitting there. He's kind of, I don't know, playing Clash of Clans on his phone, low-key. Then he starts to feel like he has to pee, so he raises his hand. He's like, Miss Davenport, like, can I go to the bathroom? She's like, sure, Brian, just be quick. That always kind of annoyed me a little bit in school. I understand what they're saying, like, don't dally around, like, don't mess around, dude. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm exerting my bodily functions. Like, oh, no, like, okay, yeah, do you want me to do half of my number 2 in the bathroom and half of it in the classroom to, like, keep time? Or what are we talking about here? Yeah, so sure enough, right, the subscriber walks over to the bathroom, opens up the door, and as he expected, the Skibidi Toilet Kid, Ben, was still in the bathroom, as expected. However, there was something unexpected that was happening. Yeah, so anyways, in the bathroom, the Skibidi Toilet Kid, what he would normally do, because one time before, Brian went to the bathroom and the Skibidi Toilet Kid was in there going to the bathroom. One time before. And what he would normally do is he would pick one of the stalls, lock it, and then take the iPad out of his backpack, and then you'd hear the Skibidi bop, 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 yes, yes, that. You'd hear that song just, like, blaring, like, full volume. Like, this kid doesn't even have his AirPods in like he would in class. Like, at least in the classroom, like, he would have his AirPods in so you wouldn't have to hear that. And you would think if you're watching something like that loud in the bathroom, you're at least going to have, like, I don't know, the volume on your 30%, 20%? At most 40%. Dude had it cranked up to 110%. Like, dude was blaring it out of his iPad, the Skibidi Toilet song. I bet if anyone walked into the bathroom, they'd be really confused. Anyways, though, so yeah, sure enough, the subscriber walks in, and for once, that's not what he's hearing. And he doesn't actually see Ben, the Skibidi Toilet Kid, anywhere, which is really weird. And that's the strange part, because normally this kid is always just hanging out in the bathroom blasting his song. So anyways, the thing is, at the time, Brian Loki didn't hear any, like, he didn't really think that much about it. He just thought, okay, well, that's kind of weird. Like, whatever, though. In retrospect, he thought a lot about it. He's like, oh, that should have been a sign. He opens up one of the stalls. And it's not locked, by the way. I just want to preface it. This stall is not locked, which implies that no one is inside, correct? Anyways, so the poor subscriber, unbeknownst to him, opens up the door, expecting nothing, because why would you expect something here? And he opens up the door, and he's greeted with Ben, the Skibidi Toilet Kid, in the toilet. Buddy is literally, like, sunk himself into the toilet. And immediately as he opens it up, Ben is like, Skibidi pop, pop, pop. He's like, dude actually thinks that he's the Skibidi Toilet guy in real life. Buddy actually believes that he's one of those toilet dudes. Like, I really don't know how else to say it. But here's the important thing. While he was doing it, the Skibidi Toilet Kid was repeatedly, like, spamming the flush button. And it was, like, water was, like, starting to overflow everywhere because he had, like, officially or, like, successfully jammed it or something. So he's spamming the flush button and water spraying everywhere. You just know that that's bad for the pipes, man. You just know that something bad is about to come of this. You could just feel it in your bones at this moment. Yeah, so sure enough, right, the subscriber Brian is looking at Ben, and it's just kind of like, buddy, are you good, bro? Like, are we chilling? Like, is everything good here? And yeah, sure enough, the Ben is like, does not respond to him, by the way. No. Why on earth would Ben respond to him, guys? Don't be silly here. What did he do? Yeah, he just did the Skibidi Bop theme song even louder and started spamming the flush button even louder, dude. Like, somehow even more. So at this point, Brian's like, okay, like, I gotta get out of here. So Brian, like, really quickly takes a pee because he actually had to go, which, guys, I know for a fact that the majority of time you say, hey, like, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Dude, you just want to play Clash of Clans on your phone or Clash Royale. Like, we all know what you actually want to do, but there's that 1% of time that you actually need to go to the bathroom. And unfortunately for Ben, it overlapped with the time that, unfortunately for Brian, it overlapped with the time that the Skibidi Toilet Kid was actually going insane. Yeah, so sure enough, Brian goes to the bathroom quickly, washes his hands, and then immediately, like, doesn't run out, but he, like, power walks out of the bathroom as he hears Skippy pop, pop, pop screaming behind him and, like, the sound of, like, flushing and all that kind of stuff. So he goes back to the classroom, and he kind of sits there. He's kind of fidgeting around because he's like, okay, do I tell the teacher or, like, who cares? Because here's the thing. At this point, Brian kind of knew that Ben was up to no good. But he also isn't, like, a narc, bro. Like, he's not trying to just, I don't know, like, rat him out for the sake of ratting him out. Yeah, if he actually thought Ben was about to damage the school with, like, severe water damage and destroy the piping system, spoiler alert, yeah, then Brian would have totally spoken up and said something. But honestly, it's not as like if I was in this situation or if you guys were in this situation, I would bet that, like, I don't know, you're walking in there and you see that, like, some kid is, like, splashing around in the toilet, screaming Skibidi toilet song. Like, dude, I'm just gonna leave. Like, I don't want to be associated, bro. Like, I don't care, destroy the school or not. Like, I honestly just don't want to be associated for any reason, right? Even if this does no damage or something, dude, I'm just not trying to be associated, you feel me? But anyways, though, so he's sitting there, and that's when they get, like, an announcement on the loudspeaker, like, attention everyone, there's been a disturbance, like, in the building, like, please get in single file lines and walk outside. So obviously, Brian's kind of tweaking a little bit, but he's like, okay, there's no connection, like, there's no reason for me to think that the two are related. Why would I think that? And so anyways, they'll get a single file line, and the teacher's kind of just suspicious because this is not, like, a normal thing they do, and the teachers know when you do drills, so the teacher, whenever, like, the fire alarm goes off, dude, one thing I've learned is if you're in an airplane and you feel turbulence and you're kind of tweaking a little bit, you're a little scared, look at the airplane stewardess, the people on the airplane, right, that are helping you. If they're looking fine, if they're not worried, look, they've been on more flights than you, don't be worried. If they're freaking out, yeah, same with teachers. Like, if there's a fire alarm, they probably know when there's supposed to be a drill. So if they're like, okay, whatever, who cares, you're fine. But if they're kind of freaking out a little bit, I'm not saying freak out, but just have that as a little piece of data as you move through the world. Yeah, so anyways, right, sure enough, the subscribers, like, he starts walking. They're walking single file down the line. And they pass by the bathroom. And you just see, like, gallons of water spraying out of the bathroom. Like, you just see a massive flood, and, like, the fire alarm starts going off. It's like, man. You see all these, like, staff members running around. And at this point, you know, Brian's like, oh, my God, it actually was the Skibidi toilet kid. You know, if you made it this far into the video, the secret word of the day is toilet, so comment that down below. I just want to see how many people actually made it this far into the video, as you guys are the OGs. By the way, if you want to support the channel, like if you want to help me out a ton, the best way you could possibly do it is just by binge watching these videos. I don't care if you're on Spotify or YouTube or anything like that. Really, the thing you got to do is just sit down, just watch a bunch of my videos in a row. Just like maybe put them on while you're sleeping or playing a video game or homework, or you can actively watch them. But comment down below what you do while watching my videos. I'm really curious. And if you're on Spotify, make sure you follow and rate it 5 stars. Anyways, though, so they're all walking out. And when they walk outside, the subscriber sees the Skibidi toilet kid, like almost, not held at gunpoint, but is like surrounded by 15 teachers, and they're all yelling at him, and he's literally just, okay, this is a guess, because the subscriber wasn't actually there to hear it, but I would bet that this Skibidi toilet kid, the teachers are like, oh my God, why would you destroy the school? Why would you flood our precious school? He probably just responds, skibidi bop. Like, dude's probably responding in Skibidis. Yeah, so sure enough, everyone was outside. There was, like, major fire departments and a lot of different, like, school departments coming in. And, yeah, you probably didn't think that the Skibidi toilet virus would be strong enough, would have hold of its poor victims with such a strong grip on their motor functions. But no, it does. And strong enough to actually demolish a school with the sheer strengths